honestly, if you're going out hiking in winter, the birds aren't singing, the flowers aren't blooming, and a lot of people will say, oh, there's nothing to see out there. Wrong.
Fungus, a group of living organisms that reproduce with spores, including mushrooms, molds, yeast, and more. What are they? What's their role in the ecosystem? And why do they flourish in the Santa Cruz Mountains in winter? Hi, I'm Nina, the Environmental Education Specialist.
And I'm Ellen, the Interpretive Specialist at MidPenn. We're going to start our fungus exploration at Alpine Pond at Skyline Ridge Open Space Preserve to explore seasons of open space and the fungus among us in wintertime.
I'm Jessica. I'm an open space technician at MidPenn. Our emphasis is mostly on trail maintenance, keeping the trails clear from downed trees, maintaining the brush on the long sides of the trails so people don't get ticks and poison oak.
I'm Chris MacIntosh. I've been a docent for about 40 years.
Definitely far from a mycologist, just started kind of diving a little bit deeper into the world of mushrooms. So I would still consider myself the enthusiast level though.
You know, I got daring some years ago and thought, well, we don't have any fungus walks at open space. I've always pitched it as people who know zero or don't even notice them. Let me take you out and you know, you'll kind of tune your eyes to noticing them.
With shorter days and longer nights, winter is marked by a decrease in temperature. In the Mediterranean climate of the Santa Cruz Mountains, this means an increase of moisture from rain, fog, and even snow.
In our case, we have the rainy season in winter, and the moisture brings out the fungi. On a global scale, not necessarily.
And like this year already, we haven't received nearly the amount of rainfall that we normally do. And right now, there's not that many mushrooms out there yet.
Think about, you know, the high altitudes or the mountain ranges of the Sierra or the Rockies. They're under snow in winter. How many fungi are you going to find then? Fungi are found just about everywhere. They're even found in deserts. I guess they are probably going to need some water, but boy, can they make do with not very much.
Although often small in size and overlooked, fungi play an important role in the ecosystem. Most fungi spend much of their time recycling. They come in contact with both alive and dead organic matter and release digestive enzymes that break down that matter.
Decomposition makes life possible as we know it. Without fungus, there would be no decomposition, therefore no soil, and therefore no agriculture, so no food on your plate. Without fungus, there would be no yeast, so no bread in your kitchen.
There's like mushroom mycelium mats that have been used to soak up oil. Like they will actually draw in oil and can be used to soak up small oil spills. And I think there's like, I want to say that there's people out there making leather, like vegan leather out of mushrooms. So there's so many cool things.
Although there are some types of fungus that can cause illnesses in humans, as well as the type of fungus in the form of mold that can make your food go rotten, most fungi are beneficial to the ecosystem.
In addition to the things we can see like soil and bread, there is a whole underground community of fungus that we often don't see or think about.
Fungi interact with plant roots to exchange nutrients. Okay, that's been around for a while. They help the tree or the bush or whatever thrive, and vice versa. But now, you know, there's this whole wood wide web concept of plants, one plant communicating with other plants nearby through these fungal connections.
Good places to look are usually areas that are more disturbed. So oftentimes if you go out looking, the most common places that I usually find them are right on the sides of the trail, because those areas get brushed, they get mowed, they get walked on, and they just get a lot more disturbance than somewhere that's going to be under a thick layer of duff. I'm not saying there's not going to be mushrooms there, but oftentimes, if you just look down at the ground, you're likely to see something, especially in the winter time.
And also remember, don't just look at ground level. Look up trees, because some of the shelf fungi and things will be higher up.
So whether you come to the open space preserves to look at fungi or to just get some fresh air, make sure that you're planning ahead. Prepare for sudden weather changes. In winter, that means cold, dark, and damp conditions. Make sure you're watching for slippery trails from mud and even frost.
As in most public lands, please leave wild things where they are. In this way, you can help protect biodiversity. Just like in the springtime where you cannot collect wildflowers or other living things, please keep fungi where they are. You can take pictures, draw a sketch, make some observations in your notebook, but please never pick or eat wild fungi.
And obviously with children, be careful. But there shouldn't be a need to be really paranoid about going near a mushroom in the same way that you're really scared of going near a poison oak. Mm-hmm. So don't be so afraid of fungi.
Got into it by just kind of taking photos. I'm like, oh, what's that? Wow, that's really cool. Oh, look, there's a different one. Let's get a picture of that. And then I decided one day I got to start doing something more than just taking pictures. I need to figure out what these things actually are, because there's so many different kinds of mushrooms out there and so many different characteristics and so many different environments that they grow in. So I decided to dive a little deeper and start trying to learn.
Thank you for joining us on this winter season of open space exploration of fungi. Although often small in size and overlooked, we can see that fungi play an important role in the ecosystem.
We hope you get a chance to visit a preserve or open space near you and check out the fungus among us for yourself. Thank you. Bye. Bye.